the Team D in Tuesday 5:30 class. In our presentation, we'll talk about the differences and features of effective team and ineffective team. So, what is an effective team? Effective teamwork is key to the successful operation of the organization, and a strong team will make it through the hard times that may lie ahead. How do we distinguish whether that is an effective team? There are 11 sections to follow. Good teamwork is essential for high performance in any business or organization. When employees work effectively as a team, the organization is more likely to perform well. This is because good teamwork can produce synergies, and the combined effect of the team exceeds the sum of individual effects. Good teamwork also benefits individuals. Teamwork can apply personal perspective, experience, and skill to solve complex problems and create new solutions and ideas that may exceed any personal scope. It enables mutual support and learning, increase trust, and can create a sense of belonging and commitment. The capstone methods were founded by 5 young New Yorkers who shared a common need for healthy sleep. They are all from different professional backgrounds, decided to start their mattress business. They are very satisfied with their respective division of labor and have received very good evaluation from customers. There are 3 sets of critical capabilities covered under effective team. The first one is technical skill. Execute on business plan more quickly, and with rich professional skill and knowledge, there can be provide professional support for team products and service. The seat of the Ford F-115 was attributed to their excellent team. Everyone in the team had a very high professional accomplishment in different aspects of the truck. Every time they receive feedbacks, they can respond immediately. In addition, they share the same goals.
Hi everyone. Today I will talk about the problem solving and decision making at first. Among the important tools and interpersonal skills are problem solving and decision making. In particular, problem solving and decision making is the ability to find a solution to a particular problem after the considerable solution without creating other problems with the process. In the end, it will lead to a critical decision making, which is imperative for the progress of the team and the organization as a whole. On the same note, decision making is regressed as the problem-solving action terminate by the solution believed to be optimum or satisfactory. It is therefore a procedure which is more or less irrational and rational, and is based on the implicit or the imperative beliefs and knowledge. In the wider process of problem solving, decision making includes choosing between the considerable solution to the problem. There are several stages of the problem solving which lead to effective decision making. There include problem identification, structuring the problem, identification of the possible solution, making a decision, implementation, and seeking monitoring the feedback. According to the study conducted by the highest, most team members who employ the correct procedure of the solving problems and making decisions have little or no disagreement. Hence, more goals are achieved among such members. Then I will talk about the interpersonal skills are those skills that are important by individual to interact with the others effectively. In teamwork, interpersonal skills refer to the person's ability to get along with the other team members while getting the project or task done. They include all sorts of ability and skill, from the effective communication and listening to the other abilities such as the deportment and attitude. According to the Burnett, people with good personal skill have a prerequisite for the important position in many organizations. Some of the interpersonal skills include the self-confidence, positive attitude, team player, effective communication, critical thinking, and the problem solving, ability to the cope with the pressure, time management skills, ability to the accept the constructive feedback, flexibility, and the strong work areas.
Ineffective team is a team which lacks communication, focus, and proper leadership, leads to an ineffective group, ultimately leading to the objectives not being achieved of the organization. We can find an ineffective team both at organizational level and university level. Example of an ineffective team at the organizational level would be a group which is working together for a particular project assigned by the managers, but they're not able to deliver the project because they lack communication, interest, the fire to do something good and achieve their organizational goals, ultimately leading to them not doing justice to what they were assigned to do, is an example of an ineffective team. It's the same example which goes to for an ineffective team at university level. Students working together in order to make a presentation, but they're not able to deliver it due to lack of communication, not getting interested, not getting along, which leads to an ineffectiveness in the team at a university level. Characteristics of an ineffective team. Team focus. Teams are often ineffective because they suffer from a lack of purpose. While they may have an overall idea of what is to be done, there is no specific day to day goal or set of personal targets. The second being unequal membership. The members of a dysfunctional team may not carry equal status within the group. When certain members speak more and are more opinionated and discourage people who are speaking, may often lead the discouraged person being less involved within the team. The third characteristic being errors and negativity. Finger pointing is a characteristic of an ineffective team. Members are quick to point out the errors and weaknesses of others rather than learning from setbacks and moving forward. An atmosphere of negativity builds walls between the members of the team, uh, between the team and its supervisor, and between the team and its goals. The last characteristic being lack of cohesion. Ineffective teams are often made up of individuals who do not mix well or who do not have the necessary skills to perform the variety of work at hand. Risk shift phenomena. Group making the decision about risk differently when alone as compared to when being in a group. It's a human tendency. Taking risk in a group is much better than facing all the hardships alone. An example for this would be a group working on a new project is using a new technology they haven't really used before, so they don't know if the technology will be good or it'll backfire. But if anything goes wrong, the risk will be equally distributed among all the members than just one person trying out the technology on its own. So, this is what it basically means.
Based on the definition of genus, we will know the term of groupthink refers to the preference of group members to have the same opinions and beliefs. It frequently leads to mistakes. It often occurs without an individual being aware of it. Conflict is considered to be a harmful element when related to groups, but conflict is good when considering groupthink because it helps to eliminate the existence of the groupthink. There are 8 symptoms of groupthink. They all can lead to occur groupthink. Groupthink happens most often when the group is already cohesive, is isolated from conflicting opinions, and where the leader is open and directive. The lack of formal decision process is also common. Problem solving and task oriented group are particularly susceptible, resulting decisions are often based on incomplete information and fail to consider alternatives and risks. The bombing of Pearl Harbor, the thing happened because many of senior officers at Pearl Harbor didn't take warnings from Washington, D.C. about potential invasion seriously. despite the fact that Japanese message had been intercepted. Those who didn't take action believed that the Japanese wouldn't dare to attempt an assault against the US because they would recognize the futility of war with the United States. There are some methods that can help a team to prevent groupthink. Firstly, the group leader should avoid starting preference and expectations at the outset. Also, the leader should assign the role of critical evaluator to each member. Each member of the group should routinely discuss the group's deliberations with a trust associate and report back to the group on the associate's reactions.
Abilene paradox. Abilene paradox is that people in a team or a group collectively decide on a course of action that no one in the group actually wants to pursue, and individuals are more likely to have negative feelings about the outcome. It involves a common breakdown of group communication that each member mistakenly believes that their own preferences are counter to the group's and does not raise objections. This happens because, for example, they don't want to be out of step or don't want to disappoint others. There is a very usual and common example for Abilene paradox. In China, some companies have overtime work culture even there is not too much work to be completed. They want employees to work overtime in order to show their peers and competitors that they have many businesses and their employees are hardworking. Usually, the boss does not need to announce. He only needs to stay in office. Then employees will default that they should work overtime tonight because they cannot leave before their boss. It is obviously no one wants to work overtime, but they all default that just because their boss didn't get off. But in some extent, this is meaningless because compulsory overtime working usually is inefficient and ineffective. This situation occurs firstly because of lack of communication and group psychology. To improve the situation, anonymous voting will be a good way. Create a safe environment. Expect teams to disagree will also be effective. Thirdly, each of individuals should stand up for their own principles and give opinions bravely, but not leash onto others' feelings. And last, everyone actively listen to feedback is important. In conclusion, there are 3 skills to attain an effective team, and 3 theories should be realized to avoid an ineffective team. It is certain leadership should be aware of this phenomenon, but on the other hand, every individual should also have deep understanding of them in order to achieve a great efficiency.